All right, all right, all right. What's good? What's good? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see my screen, if you can see me too. Today is the 18th of March 2026, and we're gonna analyze together the indices. I don't know if you watched the breakdown. Guys. The market just create the entire scenario during the London session. That was at 8 in the morning, so the market just dropped. So today we had call PPI at 8:30. That's basically what happened. At 2 p.m. today we're gonna have the federal funds rate. We know how important this thing is, okay? And FOMC statement, FOMC press conference, all of these things will happen today. So just to remind you. Oh, sorry for the music. Sorry for the music. I think it's good now. It's around 30. It's around 40. Basically, that's where I usually put it. So yeah, we talked about this scenario in the breakdown, and that was the first scenario. Okay, that was the first scenario, that because the market was moving to the upside and the market left some downside objective, and I literally told you that, well, that might be the first scenario. Okay. And as you can see, the market just dropped down, and massively we just take the we just manipulate the previous daily high. Okay, we manipulate the previous daily high right here, and then we drop lower. So if you watch the breakdown, remember what I said. So basically right now we can say that the high of the day is set. Okay, we can say, well, coach, the high of the day is set, and all we need is a retracement to keep going lower. Okay, that's totally fine. But remember, we just started a bullish cycle. Okay, we just started this bullish cycle right here. As you can see, the market created that manipulation on Monday. Okay, Monday we talked about the potential scenario to keep going higher. That's what happened. And then reaction inside of a sell area. Boom. Yesterday we talked about the fact that if price break the previous daily high, if price breaks the potential sell area we had, all we're gonna need is a retracement to keep going higher. That's exactly what we said. We got the expansion and the market retrace inside of an imbalance to keep going higher. So now in today's breakdown, I told you, well, the market telling us that we might start a bullish cycle right here. So we probably will keep going higher to move to the upside and keep going higher to take like the previous daily high, some liquidity the market left behind. That might be the case. But the first scenario should be the retracement. Why? Because the market is overextended. Okay. I was reading one of my old teacher yesterday on Instagram. I was reading one of his page, and he said, don't try to catch expansion. Wait for retracement. To go higher, or you can try to catch, for example, the reversal if you have enough experience, if you already know what is a manipulation and stuff like that. So the first scenario was to see price reacting, okay, at the previous daily high and then to drop lower. Okay, but now there it is. We have to pay attention to two things. we have to pay attention to two things. All right. The first thing we're gonna have to pay attention to is how price will behave inside of the concept, the bearish concept the market will leave behind. Which means if price create an imbalance on H1 right here, we're gonna have to pay attention to this imbalance, because this imbalance might be the confirmation for us to keep dropping lower. But remember, we started a cycle right here. So the movement to the downside that I expected was to create a retracement, and then after that we create an accumulation to go higher. And like I said in the breakdown, we might drop to take all of this liquidity first, okay, and then set a low and create a manipulation to go higher. So basically right now we have the massive sell-off. We just take all of the liquidity, and then now I'm paying attention to basically three things. I'm paying attention to the bearish concept we're gonna have right here, because we assume that this high might be set. Okay, the bearish concept, that's the first thing I'm going to pay attention to. The bearish concept the market will leave here might be an entry to go lower. Well, we're gonna try to see if we can have some downside target. Okay, the second thing, if price respect this bearish concept, I will have to pay attention to the low, because we might basically just create a manipulation to go higher, okay, or create a manipulation to go higher. So now, why I have two sides, why I talk about two potential ideas, one is short, one is long, because in order for me to say, all right, this cycle basically is over, today should be a bearish day, or at least the market should hold this manipulation. Okay, I caught almost 300 points in the sell this morning, done for the day. Sheesh, you're killing it, Sour. You're killing it. So yeah, so now the market manipulate the previous daily high. As you can see, we drop lower, and now, like I said, I'm paying attention to the bearish concept, okay, to see if we can have a downside movement, and then after that we might have the manipulation to go higher. So now let's go to the lower time frame to see if we can have some targets, because the market just took all of the targets we had. Okay, the market took this target, the market took this target, and now we don't really have target. We don't really have targets so far. Okay. I mean, yeah, music. The music is always there. It was too loud. the music is not good. The sound is not good, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. And well, everything happens perfectly, bro. Everything happens perfectly. And now we are inside of this imbalance. We are at the discount range. Gonna pay attention to what we can do today. Okay. So that was on ES. So NQ, same thing. We had these bucks, but the market moved a little bit higher than that. Well, you know, that happens sometimes. Let me check. We had a small gap. We had a small gap right here. Well, I didn't see it when I was doing the analysis. You know, we had a small gap right here. It was definitely the same scenario. That's what we talked about in the breakdown. So basically, we wanted to see price create that first scenario first, right? That was the first scenario. That was my priority, seeing price create a manipulation and drop lower. Okay, so that's the daily open. We are basically below it. That looks like the manipulation that's probably gonna set the low of the day. But again, we will have to pay attention to bearish concept in this big down candle to see if whether or not we're gonna find some entries to go lower and attack those targets. Okay, so NQ still have some unfinished business, as Koki will say. Koki, my brother. So we still have some unfinished business right here. All right, upside objective. That's how we usually say it. So we have some downside objective right here. So the goal now, well, not the goal, the main objective, like might be to wait for a retracement and to keep dropping lower and take these targets: 24,811.75, 24,737.50, and even that's a target, 24,695. All right, so you got it. You know what I'm looking for. You already know. You already had you had the the scenarios. Okay, you had everything I had on my mind for today's session. Okay. Let me double check the manipulation on NQ, because I've been watching ES since I was at the gym, but I don't think I really pay attention to NQ that much. Yeah, we create that manipulation at 2 in the morning. Yeah, so it's literally no target. It's not an upside target right here, so just drop massively. All right, so now it's 9:46. We just have the first 15 minutes, and again we are reacting of the 50% of the previous daily range. Well, I don't see the market just stop here, but that might be the case, but I don't see price just stop here. Okay, I would like to see something like this. Okay, we might have a retracement to go lower. Okay, and after taking probably 2 of these 3 downside objectives, the market might move up again. Okay, but now if we, for example, just react right here and close above the opening, like very strong, the market might send a message to say, all right, that was the retracement we were looking for. That was the retracement we were talking about in the breakdowns. Okay, so it's not very difficult. It's very easy to understand. Well, personally, I mean, in my opinion. My trade was on my MNQ. That's good. Well, what time you trade? What time you in the market? You said you watch the breakdowns at 12. Sorry, I never sleep, bro. Sorry, I never sleep. Never sleep. $4.45. So now you trade the London. Sorry. Well, it's 8. Pre-market high is that high. I don't see price coming that high. To be honest, I don't see that. We're gonna have the close of the hourly candle in 10 minutes, so we have 1 hour candle right here, and okay, and then we're gonna have an hourly candle right there. So I will pay attention to them. This week, best opportunities are not during North Star Asian session. All the best movement happens during Asian London since Monday. Well, you know my thought about that. I'm not gonna change my session, so we don't have the imbalance yet. We're just waiting. We might have a potential imbalance here. Okay, and inside of them, we probably gonna have this M15 minutes imbalance right here. So you want me to wake up at 4 in the morning to trade? I'm not gonna do that. We have this imbalance right here. Here. Waiting for the next hourly. Open. Just check that right here. I need a further retracement. But you gotta sleep, Sarah. You gotta sleep. Like you were in the market at 12 and you were in the market at 4, and it means like you never sleep, and now it's 9. So eventually sometimes the market gonna give the best trades in the London, of course. Actually, on Monday I used to trade on the London. I don't know if Gelda is there, but we used to talk about that on Mondays. Like every Monday we used to trade London, but at this time I had no choice. I had no choice because I had to trade in the London. Okay, but well, if you make money and that's it, that's fine. But health is better than anything else, in my opinion. So stare at the screen during the night, during the morning, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know if that's a good thing. Okay, but yeah, like I said, well, if you make money, you make money. Like my mentor used to say, Who's gonna complain because they make money? Nobody. It's almost 10. Do you have a specific time window during the London session to enter a trade, coach? Or it is from 2 to 5? I don't trade the London, bro. I used to in the past, but I don't trade the London. I only trade the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. When you go to New York, the ringing bell happened at 9:30. Which means at 9:30, it's basically when everything happens. From 9:30 to 4 something. To 5 in the trading view, we got the after hours. But the opening, it's 9:30, so that's my session. So of course, sometimes we're gonna have some massive overnight session, and I've seen that every year at some period of time. The Asian session, the London session will create some big expansion, but that does not mean for me to like change my session, because eventually the New York Stock Exchange will bring some opportunities, and I'm just here to take the opportunities that come during the New York Stock Exchange. And you can do like Sarah, trade the London. It's not a problem. We're gonna have 10 right here and 11 right there. Then right here and 11 right there. I did my analysis and was waiting for price in that potential area. Since I was trading a little bit early, I just wait in. No, I didn't say all the time. Okay, it's fine. I did the analysis also, but my plan required me to enter between 9:45 to 11, so it was a beautiful setup, but I couldn't because Shaq didn't pas respecter le plan me faire un paquet de push-up. Well, I'm malade non men depuis hier ça fait ça. So I don't know. Well, I've been giving my advice about these things, but at some point, like I said, like just do what works for you and like find experience, you know, look for experience. Because I'm gonna tell you to respect your plan. If your plan say this, say that, and just follow the plan. Well, that's what I do. That's why it give me profitability. But if you think like not following your plan can give you profitability, just do it, bro. But now the question is, why do you have a plan if you don't want to respect it? That's the real question. Why do you have a plan if you plan to not respect it, you know? So I don't know what to tell you, Neo. If I was you, if I were you, I will just follow my plan. But I'm not you. Okay. I trade the New York Stock Exchange and that's it. If I'm not gonna have the feeling that I miss out. And I told you that I never think about missing out. When I say I never, like I used to, well, but now I don't think about miss out. That was just not my opportunity, and that's it. That's how I see it. Not because I talked about this. Well, in the breakdowns, I said that. In the breakdown, I said, well, the fact that we were very close to previous daily high, the first scenario might happen before the opening, and we had it before the opening. But that does not mean I'm going to like stay from 2 in the morning to wait for the manipulation to take the trades and everything. Well, I had 3 scenarios, one happened, and now I'm trying to understand what price might do during the New York Stock Exchange. And if price give me opportunity during the New York Stock Exchange, that's fine. If we don't have opportunity, that's fine too. You know, I will not be like, all right, well, the fact that I was not awake, I missed this move, so tomorrow I'm gonna put an alarm like to wake me up. I'm gonna use the clock to wake me up at 2 in the morning so I can watch price. So you're gonna change your entire sleeping cycle just because something you predicted happened during the pre-market, during the London or Asia. So, well, some people can say, all right, that's being flexible. And like I said, everybody can have a different view of things, you know. Par exemple, m'a goumé là avec Favensley. Bon, I'm by Favensley. I'm by keep Favensley no text message encore because like sometimes you choose to suffer, and if you choose to suffer, I'm not gonna do anything, bro. You choose your pain. Okay. If you want to trade every session, you want to be in the market every hours. I've been there and it's not good, and it's not even monetary. You're gonna feel like the market will drain your energy, drain like everything you had inside of you, and at what cost? Going to the hospital after that, you know. And you're gonna have a mental problem because you're gonna stare at the screen for hours and hours, and after that so much thing can happen, you know. So I'm not well, someone asked me an advice, I will still give them advice, but sometimes I'm not gonna say anything about somebody's plan, somebody's trade. Well, whatever you want. I don't care. I've said that yesterday. I don't care. If obviously think you should trade every session the entire day from 4 in the morning to like 11 p.m. Well, do you, bro? Don't say sorry. I've seen that you say sorry yesterday in the group chat, and bro, why you say sorry? It's your trading plan. It's your career, not mine. So do you, man? Do you? The only thing I can say, I've been there, and I was very close to lose myself, and not even monetary. It's not like losing a lot of money. It's losing myself. Okay, so I just come here to trade, bro, and if I have opportunity, I take them and go home and do things for my students, and that's it. And if my advice is not enough for you, just go watch someone else, and that's it. But don't say sorry because you take a trade at 11 p.m. or 12 in the morning, 12 like midnight or 1 in the morning. That's your trading career, my friend. That's not mine. I can't care for somebody who's not care for himself. That has no sense. All right, so we just have the hourly open right now, and the market create this big imbalance on H1. So now I would like to see price retrace inside of this imbalance. So right now, I'm gonna pay attention more on NQ, to be honest. Sorry, because NQ is the asset right now that, like, we still have some downside liquidity. So let me pay attention to ES. Let me pay attention to ES. We have some downside liquidity there. I think we have some right here from yesterday's price action, because I remember we talked about it. So both of the indices got some targets. Let me check. If I go in M5, yeah, I remember I was talking about it yesterday, and not the best one, but yeah. So I want to see price retrace inside of this imbalance on H1. Actually, we have two imbalances on H1, okay, because we have that manipulation inside of a potential sell area right here that creates this movement to the downside, and that's the daily open. And right now we can say the current high of day is set. Okay, remember, we can say the current high of day is set, but at the same time, I want you to remember that we just started this cycle. Well, the daily context telling us to short, but short just to take this downside target, just short to take this downside target, not a short that will just drop price heavily lower. I don't see that right now. I might be wrong, but I don't see that right now. Okay, so yeah, so we just have the hourly open right here, and if price can break above the daily open, can invert this imbalance on the in 1 hour, so this retracement will be the only retracement we're gonna have for the continuation of the bullish cycle. I don't know if you get it. Okay. I don't know if you get it. So yes, Aldini, we still respect this imbalance on H4, and the next candle on H4 might drop lower. Well, we might have the confirmation to drop lower and to create another manipulation, and to still respect that imbalance to keep going higher. Okay. So we just have to stay focused and paying attention to what price gonna do. Okay. So now that's the that's the pre-market low. That's the opening of the hour right here. So of course we expect some movement to the upside to come inside of this imbalance. All right, we will see. So so now you might say, okay, coach, we have this imbalance on H4, and then we have the 50% of the previous daily range. And I remember in the breakdowns you said we need a retracement but to keep going higher. So I still have this scenario in my mind, but remember in the breakdown I told you that we gotta take these targets at least first. Okay, which means I see another drop that might be your first leg, okay, and having a second leg, okay, to take the liquidity, and then probably after that to move to the upside. That's what I see. Okay, so now if price just react right here, I'm gonna have to wait for nice break above the daily open, nice break above the imbalance. I'm not gonna long that. I'm not gonna buy this right now. I'm not gonna buy that right now. The opening of the session is right here, the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, then we're moving to the upside. And the current high of day is not a target too. Okay, the current high of day is not a target. The current high of day is set. Beautiful manipulation. That's why I'm more bearish right now than bullish until we take these targets. Okay, until we take these targets. So yeah. What's the best website to backtest? So well, you can just use TradingView to backtest. Okay, you can just use TradingView and using the bar replay option to do backtest. Okay, but remember, you have to understand what you are backtesting. Okay, are you backtesting like the context or the daily context? Are you backtesting like a concept? Okay, because what people call backtesting, I've been saying that for years now. I don't really do it like that. Okay, I'm not doing backtesting to see if my strategy works. Okay, I'm doing backtesting to understand price action, to understand the concepts, to understand when the market creates some invalidation, how and when the market creates some confirmations. Okay, because you're gonna backtest whatever strategy you backtest, you use the bar replay, you're gonna have some positive results. Okay, so now what's gonna happen? The fact that you have positive results, you're gonna bring bring an expectation in the market. Okay, let's say if your backtesting was like 75%, 80%, you're gonna have this expectation in the market. That does not mean you can have this result in the market, but you're gonna force yourself to have the exact result because you were backtesting not to understand price, but to prove yourself that the strategy works. You know. Sarah, I don't want you all to think. I was not talking about Sarah. I was talking about somebody else. Well, you and I, we usually have discussions about that, and like I told you, like if you have a plan for that, and just go for it. If it works, just go for it. You know, you make a plan. All right, this week I'm gonna trade this session, and that's it. Okay, I know you don't stay in your screen for the entire day, but somebody does that. You know. Let me check. So yeah, of course, sometimes the market will give like best opportunity in the London, and even when I talk about my strategy, I usually say that at least 2 times a week, the market will give you nice opportunity in the London, and it's like it's not just this week; it's every week, it's every day, it's every week. Sorry. It's every week. At some point, the low of the day, the high of the day will be set during the London, and you're gonna have to expect the expansion. That's basically how we do the daily context. You know, that's basically how we do the daily context, because we see that over the years, sometimes the market will create the manipulation before the opening of the session during the London. Okay, well, I have no problem with that, and I never say I have a problem with that. Okay, but it's just like if you don't have a plan for it, and you just like you just, how can I say that, you just freestyling, that's something else. Okay, that's something else. So the market just stay inside of this imbalance and drop lower right now. None of the asset come to the imbalance. Okay. First thing first, you have to know that we don't have the same personality, and I've been saying that, well, the way you trade has a lot to do with your personality. Okay, so the way you view things, the way you analyze things, that's gonna be different, and that's basically normal. Okay, but the problem is when you know exactly you're doing something bad and you feel guilty because you know that's not your plan, That's not what you should do. Okay, but you still do it. That's the problem. Okay. That's the problem. And like I usually say, like, experience is the best teacher, man. Okay, experience is the best teacher. Experience has more to say about how to trade than an educator, me, or anybody else. All right, so now we have the retracement inside of this imbalance. So the market showing us how weak we are this morning as of right now. So that's the hourly open, and then we just drop below like that. We have some blaza. We just stay inside of this imbalance. If M15, we didn't move to the H1 imbalance. So next start exchange right here. I feel like trying to trade London too, but don't want to break my sleeping cycle irreversibly. Oh, think about it, bro. It's well, I don't know what to say. You want to trade London, bro. If you want to trade the entire day, just trade the entire day. Do you? Life is simple. This movement looks like a solid movement to drop to the downside. Based on the hourly open, we can see that the market started. We open right here. The market wanted to move to the upside, and then we just drop. So that might be enough for price to drop lower and take these targets. 24,805 and 24,737.50, 24,685. So for anybody that's gonna like short that, because I know some of you are gonna short it, I would suggest you to really reduce your risk, because we have this drop down, but this retracement was not very deep. Okay, and we just come inside of this M15 imbalance. Let's see, bro. That might be the continuation lower to take the remaining of targets, and after that I will pay attention to what's gonna happen next inside of this area, or even below the previous daily low, like I said in the breakdown. Just waiting and see. All right. Just have a 5 minutes close. Yeah, it looks like the market will keep dropping lower, and that retracement inside of this M15 imbalance might be enough. Okay. That's how I see things right now. So now even if we have a manipulation here, I would not pay attention to it because we are too close to these targets. Well, where is the target? It's a PD move, man. That's crazy. Where is the target though? I don't use the thing. Yeah, I use it. I don't know why I keep moving. Probably my keep So yeah, like I was saying, even if manipulate the first 30, that's not the first 30 minutes high, the pre-market low. Even if we manipulate the pre-market low, it's gonna be very hard for me to take a trade right there because that's gonna be too close to this target. So right now I see we either just drop lower right here, or the market might move again inside of this imbalance on H1 to drop lower right here. That's the two things that I see right now. Two things I see happening right now. That's our recent manipulation that create expansion. That's why we have to follow it. The first thought, like, we should like follow this idea because the high has been set, big drop and stuff. So now, yes, we are inside of this imbalance on H4. Okay, yes, we are at the discount of the previous day range already, but I don't see price reverse without taking this target and this target right there. So I might be wrong. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this stream to be more disciplined. Literally. Nah, I'm joking. So I'm doing the stream just to show people that they can understand price without using like a lot of concept just by reading price action. Let me just drop the disclaimer. That will be all right. So you got a disclaimer. Usually streamers post this disclaimer like probably just one time, but I put it like every time I know we are in a situation that some people can create execution, can take some execution because I have to protect myself. Okay. Let me open this real quick so I can read your comments. I saw it then. Shop lower right here. Oh, we are 130. Wow. That's good. Alright. Si yon moun vin pari en même temps quoi pour les trade New York Exchange, c'est seulement dans le cas de ça veut dire c'est une obligation pour follow tout le monde qui trade New York Exchange. Ou font plan pour les border. The thing is you never get it. And I've been saying the same thing, okay? The problem is not the fact that somebody trade the Asia, somebody trade the London, somebody trade at 8 p.m. I'm the first one that usually telling you that, well, you have to, well, big drop right now. You have to basically implement trading inside your personal life, not the opposite, okay? I'm the one that been saying that, you know? Et pas trading, et pas la vie pour changer par rapport à trading, mais c'est trading pour changer par rapport à la vie. OK? Donc, of course, si vous n'avez pas de capacité pour trader New York Exchange, c'est London ou trade doit faire un plan pour lui. Et c'est là focus m'arrêter, c'est faire un plan pour lui. Parce que automatiquement qu'on pas faire un plan pour lui, you are freestyling, living un bagage qui est différent. Living exactement ça mon a fait dans pariage pas avec pariage whatever ça nous qu'on fait bet la parier etc. C'est à ça living ensemble, right? So, il y a une différence entre faire une action qui a un plan d'elle avec faire même action, mais sans pas de plan d'elle. D'ailleurs, consciemment, on a senti ça. OK? C'est le premier moment que toujours dire que voilà, à cause de l'école, je suis trade Asian session. À cause de l'école, je suis London session. Travail, tout bagage ça. So, si pas disponible pour le New York Stock Exchange, it's fine to make a plan. You know what? Si London n'a pas 2 positions pendant semaine, map dans 2 positions ça. Si London n'a pas 3 positions pendant semaine, map dans 3 positions ça. Actually, my first students, you pas catch New York Stock Exchange. And c'est London you take a trade, moi été levé tout dans London. Right? Moi été obligé faire plan tout. Because like I said, they were my first students, you know. First students, you gotta make sure they have results, they have everything, right? So, moi kon levé à London tout ensemble avec eux. But moi faire un plan pour ça. And oh, big drop, bro. I like it. Okay. And c'est la mi ensemble avant la Favens. Semaine ça on va dire option New York Stock Exchange seulement. OK, moi dans New York Stock Exchange chaque jour. And then next semaine ou dans tous les deux. Next semaine ou dans l'autre là, ou freestyling, which is different. Là où ça c'est pas une structure dans ce qu'on fait. OK? Exactly. Lui dit ça. L'em da pas de trading 10 yo. Actually m'ti peur un 10 yo. Souvent dit nous ça. Okay? So the first targets, well, we are very close to it right now. As the first target right there. So I don't know if you enter after in this candle, in this movement right there, that might be potentially your break even. If you break it, if we can break it, that will be better. So now, like I was saying, m'te peur indice yo, okay? Let me dire m'te peur indice yo, m'te vraiment peur indice yo. Like, te kon trade NZD USD AUD USD USD. Di seri de asset qui lent, qui vraiment move tant que tortue. Et puis qu'on y a m'a regardé indice yo dans 1 minute là quand on bougie et puis like dans une session là au cas saccager toute ville là like pas comprendre indice yo. And at te gon m'pot ko gain toute connaissance ça tout, right? And then vinal prend ensemble pour m'apprendre indice yo. Et qui raison que fait m'apprendre indice yo tout? C'est parce que je ne peux pas trade Asian encore, pas trade London encore. So, je cherche une façon, je fais un plan pour m'apprendre indice pour me trade New York Stock Exchange, right? So now, je ne dis pas que je choisis n'importe session pour me trade. But, je vais juggling like from here to there, stick with New York Stock Exchange and I'm stick with New York Stock Exchange, you know? But, il y a une différence entre faire un plan et puis exécuter bagay là avec ou pas de bon plan ou juste freestyling. Et ça m'a vite fait parce que ça va le créer biais mental là car puis devant and then while dit responsable. Ça m'a dit là frère. Ça m'a dit là gain ba connait si nous Steve, OK, me faire interview à Steve. C'est gros même faire Steve pour quitter bagay ça. And to be honest, m'pa gain énergie ça encore. OK, m'pa gain pas que m'bavli non but m'pa même énergie pour tellement vouloir moun réussir pour m'a like bro come on que gros même faire assez pour quitter bail ça et si l'étude dans toute session yo li un sentiment que voilà I'm gonna miss something. No, you're not gonna miss anything, bro. You're not gonna miss anything. Trust me, you're not gonna miss anything. And just prends une semaine break de trading ou après tout va continuer normalement ou continuer vivre normalement, pas grand qui différent, pas grand qui changer ou manger ou bien ou faire tout ça que vous faire. Ça veut dire les pas trade ou pas manquer rien. Okay? But it takes some time for people to understand that and j'aime souvent dire on va contrôler. You can't control people's actions and people's thought, and you can just control what you are saying, what you are doing, and control yourself. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Par exemple, j'ai commencé, j'ai trade plus NZD USD avec AUD USD. Okay. Well, let me fake entrer dans trading like first days. It was just copy trading. On n'était pas si facile. N'a pas été bourré. It was indices, but c'était just copy and paste and nothing else, you know. I'm back même connait Nasdaq, etc. Copy m'tap copier. That was how I started, okay. But after that, je me dis non, et là ça me vle gen connaissance là tout bon et moun ka ba ou ba yo ba bon vrai tout le monde comme ça moun ka fait copy trading yo it's not good, right? But l'aime vraiment commencer à apprendre trading, vraiment à apprendre concept yo, m'était plus dans côté forex USD AUD USD, okay. USD, GBP USD, NZD USD, tout ça qui compte USD yo, sauf gold. Like I said, gold pas jamais vraiment intéressé que ça. All right. So, Janoka, guys, the market just come to this target and we can see how price react. I don't know if price take it or not. Let me just zoom in to see. Okay. All right. Let me just zoom in to see. Nah, we can't say they take that. Well, we can't really say that. All right. Okay. I see price coming back lower than that because we don't take the targets. We came exactly very close to it and then we react. We don't take it yet. I cannot say they take this target. Well, as of right now, they just telling us we have more liquidity right here. Okay. And ES just keep dropping. And yes, it's about to take his last targets too. Yeah, I'm commencé avec GBP USD, Euro USD, DXY by SAO. Et puis qu'on y a t'as chavi dans GBP GPY, NZD GPY à cause c'était ASEAN. Parce que faut que moi aller l'école, faut que moi aller travail, faut que moi faire delivery, faut que moi faire devoir by SAO. So, m'te dit bon, m'a consacrer on une de temps. Si me décage on une de temps tout parce que bon, pas de temps, pas de café. Trade ASEAN non et puis bon, ça le bail li bail. Mettons trade là, il fait 3 ans, il va me faire ni TP ni stop loss et mettons trade là tout, il va m'activer, market pas me tourner côté pour activer un. But ça qu'a fait but avantage de gain c'est que notre travail que m'était pendant un petit temps, c'était un gas station dans nuit. So toujours dans laptop m'a habitué c'est dans gas station ça m'apprend trading. And chaque temps passé pour gas station ça aller mal Florida, j'ai goosebumps. J'ai cher de pour li pas là encore. Yo en quelque sorte féminin. Because that's where I've learned everything, bro. Okay. And Boss gas station was very cool. Okay. C'était vraiment cool. Di kon vini nan nuit, yo laptop mwen devant m'a prend bête, m'a travail. Et m'si m'gen photo ça, m'ka poster yo, like just pas poster yo, like but côté que dans gas station m'a frappé, ben il a m'apprendre tout concept, tout là m'apprendre tout ba yo net chaque soir. OK. Sauf que gen des nuits, bro, I don't know, man, gen des nuits gen sont tout américain dans gas station ça même yo vini, bro. Ou pas ka fait 3 minutes shit, man. But it was okay. It was okay. And souvent de nous ça que gas station ça prend mon paquet de bagaille tout. Par exemple, moun qui kon ap dormi devant à terre, c'est moun qui gen ti moun petit yo dans collège. Moun après les homeless qui dans la rue, qui gen petit yo dans collège men. Gen son femme qui mette au côté child support. OK. Gen c'est dans sorti à zami, yo prend dans mauvais coup qui mette au côté OK. Et gen on là de t'a expliqué, me montre une photo petite fille qui dans université qu'elle pas même gen droit ouais. Li t'a pas vli. Elle trop pauvre. I've learned a lot from this gas station, bro. And you know people by m'apprendre tout c'est que nous qu'on a regardé moun sur apparence like moun nan gen dernier BMW, li pas ka fait $20 gaz man. Yeah, on a la après quelqu'un do BM on t'a bien passé, bro. Il passe 4 fois, il pas ka fait $20 gaz mettre là-dedans, man. Et parfois il passe crédit pas marcher, man. But gens de base pas connaît yo. You know? Pas connaît yo, man. So, I've learned a lot from this gas station, not just trading. Et là m'apprend un paquet de bagaille, quelques détails marketing. Qui j'en pour faire inventory. C'est là m'apprend tout qui j'en système crédit l'offre font gas station qui j'en fonctionne. Actually, I have a plan on doing that too, like going gas station. Vin apprendre un paquet de bail dans système ça man. And Devin tellement maîtriser tout bail yo. Qu'on fait combien semaines bah j'aime moi comme si superviseur ou bien boss là ou whatever because get on tout ça me fait tout bail net. Yeah, I've learned a lot from this gas station, bro. And gan pile moun nou dans l'area qui nous doit sous-estimer parce que nous doit pauvre. C'est moun men qui homeless et puis c'est moun qui est bon cœur. They have good heart, bro, but life happens, bro. That's why you have to be very careful. Like you have to pay attention to like who you talking to because just gen yon conversation moun ka met un problème. Who you talking to and from moi permettre dans vous brother And c'est des décisions à prendre, penser avec eux, man. So yeah, I'm back in by gas station. Bro, chaque time by gas station, so I'm like, bro, come on, man. West Palm Beach, Okeechobee Boulevard, not military, before military. No, well, after military trail. I don't remember, but. And na ka fou sa toujou accident ou men. On ka fou gen lumière men. Chaque soir gen accident on a mouri la dan, bro. People are very impatient. That's crazy. So yeah, il a m'apprendre tout bagay men. So al nan gas station nan, lem fini kouri descend Broward College and remember gas station nan West Palm, moi ite West Palm and Broward College en quelque sorte et Broward, right? And kouri descend and parfois gen classe nan nuit. Après ça, pour courir tourner encore. Après ça, pour faire delivery. Dès qu'on fait delivery avec Shipt, on compare avec les Shipt. Il t'a pas le camper parce que on fait trop orders en même temps. Ok, le fait que me fait delivery, me vient compte toute Publix en même temps. Donc si il y a 5 personnes qui order dans Publix, bah obligé fin faire une prend l'autre là. Pour 5 orders en même temps, il me sépare dans machine là. Devant méthode Intel, des à gauche méthode Intel, des à droite méthode Intel, des net méthode Intel qui n'a pas passé par yo. Il y a un problème dans chip là, c'est que tant yo ba wa maximum temps yo ba wa faut que venir 15 minutes avant. Avec yo yo besoin de à 6h faut ba à 5h45. So tu commences à red flag après ça bon ouais. It happens. So pas vraiment gain temps pour trading là man. But I never stop, bro. I never stop. Bam, levé un jour, me dit, get la bye trading ça vague. À part 2021, les tout le monde en allant tout me tape fait dépression. Et quand dit ça a affecté mon petit crash. OK. Les me pas des coquilles, pas des Félix, nek ça. Ay c'est moun qui nan ba la vo, nèg a fait dépression, nèg a disparaître. On va de nèg ou vinn sentir pourquoi. But après ça I'm devin tourner, après ça me dit OK, alright, let's keep going. But in ba monter descendre ça tout, machine moi boulé. OK, I don't know, machine fatigué man. Machine est fatigué à tout ba ça m'da fait le faire. So après ça I'm fait accident tout man and that's why mental health is very important, okay? Because j'aime souvent expliquer, like, il n'est pas là encore, man. Et pas faute moi, like, I don't have encore, I thought aux États-Unis, ma tête, pas rien, mais là, il m'a dégagé since day one. Well, I'm not complaining, you know? I'm not complaining. I never do that. But I'm playing, boy. Whatever ça passe, just move on and keep going. Join film some cafe, join some join, and then keep going. But en même temps too, mentally, sometimes you're gonna lose yourself. I was working as a PR for a Med App Center. I was dealing with the homeless. It was a great experience. Yes. Actually, they've been tellement une bonne relation avec homeless gas station, yo guys, qui toujours dormi devant gas station là. Saute l'école on l'est, m'avec un monde, m'avec un condisciple, moi, il a presque volé sur moi, man. I'm like, get, next ça. Next ça, définitivement, ouais, comme famille. Et puis, y'en a d'autres qui vont mourir, man. That's crazy, man. Ça va le tirer, y'en a d'autres. For stupid things. Stupid things, bro. But yeah, man. I've learned a lot from them. I'm not gas station now. Parfois, I'm fatigué, mal de, on parle à nèg yo, man. Yep. And then, d'abord, gen kounya pour me travail. Après ça me défend poser, man. Me défend poser. avec l'école là, well, like I usually say, sometimes il y a des décisions obligées pour ouais, peut-être c'est la décision ça m'a m'tap content prendre pas m'tap content prendre. But m'a regardé système là, m'a regardé sacrifice m'a fait là. I'm got ça qui a passé là. I'm like, bro, I gotta find another way, not this way. That's et par contre ça va là, je vais aller il va bon, alright. And then t'as du bon travail tout non plusieurs compagnies. Donc vous avez plusieurs compagnies, then t'es obligé qu'on y a trade New York Stock Exchange. Devine seulement get temps qu'on y a dans matin. Ah, il est samedi, nègre, nous on ça passé, on va le maîtriser indice là. OK. And then since then, I'm tourner dans l'autre asset encore. Never. Well, m'ka analyser yo, si m'a fait appel, moun mande m'analyser yo, j'aime te qu'on fait pour nous les dimanches, m'analyser l'autre asset pour nous. Garder ça passé, but bam tout encore. Until I got results, okay? I got some results and can do like everything now, you know? So, but again, the problem fundamentally is not having a plan. That's a problem. Bro, I just want to show gratitude and thank you for all you've done for the community. That's why when I fait my telephone, when I'm live, man. So, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I really appreciate your comment. Est-ce que first 30 minutes concept là appliqué dans toute session yo? Nope. Nope. The first 30 minutes, guys, it's okay. The first 30 minutes, well, if it's something I only know about I only know for the indices. I don't know for Forex. I don't know for other assets. But the first 30 minutes, basically the market will create a fake movement or will create a manipulation. Okay. For example, that was 9:30, you know, the first 30 minutes, you see price moving higher. And then what happened next? We drop lower. Why that happened? Basically, 9:30, people are impatient, you know. Traders, we are impatient most of the time, you know. We see, all right, the market is moving to the upside. Let's keep moving. Let's just buy. And then what's gonna happen? At exactly 10, the market shows its direction. Okay. At 10, the market, well, no, bro, we're moving to the downside right now. Okay. But you can't just like say, all right, I'm just gonna pay attention to the first 30 minutes and all right, if at 10 we have a bearish candle, I'm gonna sell. If at 10 we have a bullish candle, I'm gonna buy. No, you need an entire context. You need to understand price action. You need to understand the daily context to know exactly where you are at based on the structure, based on everything. And then if you can take trades based on the first 30 minutes, that will be something. That will be, well, that will be great. Okay, so the market create more targets close to the previous targets on ES. Okay, not really the best one. Well, we can see price drop lower. We have some reaction. We came back exactly right there again, and then we kind of create some reaction. So that's a target. So, but the main target still remain. The main target is still that target right there. Okay. So ES is the weakest one. well, they're the same. Negative 81, negative 80, so it's the same. No big difference. And it's almost 11. I'm gonna close the stream at 11, but I want to see price. I want to see if price not gonna take this target right there. 24,811, 811.75. We stopped right at the same price, bro. You think that's random? It's not random. That's not random. Price just stopped exactly at the same price we had as targets right here. It's not random. Okay. And remember, we used to talk about that when the market stopped close to the target. Why? It's like they are testing our patience. Okay. If you remember my old sessions, trading sessions from last year, we used to talk about that, you know, because right here, that's where some impatient trader are gonna, like, I don't know, even people that wanted to short, they're gonna, well, we're not gonna give it, the market will not drop lower, let me close the trade. Or people that's gonna wait for probably manipulation to go higher, they will be impatient, they're just gonna buy, and they will say, all right, I'm probably gonna miss the move, let me just take the buy right here. So the market usually stops close to the target just to, like, see how patient we are, and after that the market create a retracement, small retracement, and then next thing you know, we drop lower again. All right, so let's see, man. In 2 minutes we're gonna have the close of the 1 hour candle. I said 8 in 8 minutes we're gonna have the close of the hourly candle. Coach, semen sa yo, gen yon gambler ki vle menem nan gogo men. Trading is not easy, jen ap fè moun yo kompone si gok lan paske teknik ou swa fondamental pa ka fè ou profitable. Well, my suggestion, my advice for you, well, you had some great payouts, you already like making from trading. Avoid to have like some discussion, you know, just avoid that, you know. It's not gonna help you grow, just avoid it. Essaye convaincre aucun monde ou bien pas contre si me comprenne bien, but pas essayer aucun monde. Okay, like for now, I'm just have to live now depuis des semaines. Alright, brother. Well, I have no problem with you, obviously, bro. But it's not me. You are the ones like sending me like messages and voice to explain to me, well, you feel great about the session, you feel great about the New York Stock Exchange session. Now how you want to do is like taking 2 or 3 trades a week, and I don't think you respect that. Okay, well, and one more thing, trading is like the gym. Okay, you can't lie about it, you know. You can't just follow what you said you're gonna do, just follow the plan, just follow what you have to do, and the results will come. Okay, eventually. That's what I can say. Si on gen discipline et gérer risk management lié puis beaucoup rentable, qui ça vous pense qui a fait ça? Well, basically, m'tap suggéré moun nan pour essayer mesurer progrès, pour essayer bien mesurer progrès. OK? Parce que moun nan gen doit penser que voilà, il te gen bon risk management, but in reality, il pas gen bon risk management. Il doit penser que li gen discipline, mais en réalité, il pas une discipline ou bien pas un bon risk management. Oui, but bien mesurer progrès, veut dire que ou gen doit être impatient ou vin patient, that's progress. Kounya, est-ce que le fait qu'on vin patient kounya automatiquement gen l'argent? Non. OK? And this is the thing. Dans field nou ya, malheureusement, progrès veut dire faire l'argent. OK? And nothing bad with that because nous dans market là c'est pour nous faire l'argent, depuis nous faire l'argent either way, c'est résultat compté, depuis qu'on fait l'argent nobody cares anymore, depuis qu'on fait l'argent bon ça va le dire, va rappeler, va dire whatever, but mesurer progrès par rapport à quantité d'argent fait ou bien sous profitable ou pas, it's not a great thing. It's not a great thing. OK? Et nous tout le temps parler de ça. Mesurer progrès par rapport avec OK, mais qui j'aime payer, mais qui j'aime venir kounya et si me continuer eventually résultat va venir. OK? I was very impatient. And then now I'm patient. All right. The fact that I can stay patient. I can still in the market. Okay. I can sit on my hands when I don't have opportunity. I can close my stream when I don't have opportunity. I can close my computer, my monitor when I don't find opportunity. That's progress. So now, do make money just of that? No. But by continuing doing it, if you continue to do it, of course you're gonna have some great results. All right, that would be my answer. Coach still dans démo après combien de jours au trade on peut se passer en profit? Well, paper trading or demo, I would suggest you like not more than 2 weeks. Okay, not more than 2 weeks. Ça c'est une erreur que m'te fait tout l'MT débutant. Okay. Alright. Ça c'est une erreur que m'te kon fait tout l'MT débutant. Si ou for example ou backtester stratégie, ou get un stocké data, ou get un paquet d'informations, etc. Bro, just fais une semaine, 2 semaines à paper, and after that, go live. And after that, take a profit. Sûr que vous get un maîtrise de stratégie, c'est pas penser ou get un maîtrise, non, mais rassure que vous maîtrisez de stratégie. Because al pour mon profil sans qu'on pour une stratégie ça que scammer va faire mon fait dehors il pas mener aucun côté like m'base ça pas comme son secret pour personne. Okay, you have to make sure that alright you have the knowledge. You have to make sure you have the knowledge first. Okay, but don't really spend like a lot of times on paper account. Not more than 2 weeks. Pourquoi ça pas plus faire live en créole qu'en anglais? Because it's my life. And I speak 4 languages. Well, I do the stream in English because I have English speakers listening to me. Well, not even a question. And I want my community to speak English too. Well, eventually, you don't want to speak English. Jean Cajolin te ka di, wak explication pou bay moun, nou fe live ou en anglais, fait en anglais fini. Ok. Ban nou eksplikasyon ka chou len pa vle, non? En di bo, parlanglo fini. Explique pièce mon pour que parler dans stream. We came very close to the target and we have reaction. So right now I'm just gonna watch. I'm not we're still respecting this imbalance on H4. We're still respecting this imbalance on H1. Well, that's not a manipulation to consider, bro. I'm not gonna consider that as manipulation to potentially go higher. And of course, the high of day is set. Well, we still got these downside targets here. Downside targets, more downside targets here. We have some downside targets here, so we came very close to them. We didn't take them. That happens sometimes. But I'm gonna watch price during the PM session to see if we're not gonna retrace inside of a concept to still go lower. Okay. To still go lower. Oh, nou pa wèm anko? Well. Kamera fatiga avèm. Kamera fatiga avèm. I don't know. I don't know. Should be good now. All right. Should be good now. Ouais. C'est plus pour plus moun nan communauté haïtienne te ka comprendre plus parce que pas trop maîtriser anglais, me connais suivre la langue mais anglais a venu obstacle pour moi. So okay. So now the solution is to understand English. The solution now is like comment faire un obstacle et vous quitter l'obstacle là. En dessous là, non? The obstacle is the way. Ok, mais là, ça dit là. The pas tout pour là. Ah, any. The obstacle is the way, brother. It's the way. Aye pas ça bon non. C'est face obstacle là et puis bagay. Ma montre nous livre caméra même le monde j'aime si besoin prendre derrière. Caméra chercher qui est-ce qui goûte là. L'aime live c'est moi goûte là. OK, après ça, l'aime pas live c'est monsieur goûte là. Charles Gamaliel, j'ai un problème avec le coach. Je suis respecté mes market là quand mettez me dehors malgré le pas suivre bien moi. Okay, first answer it's because you stay in lower time frame. You stay too long in the lower time frame. Okay? So now zoom out a little bit, try to find your entry, try to find your trade in, let's say, on then you have position on ME. Okay, so now start to find entries on H1 or M15 minutes, okay, and M5 before you drop to M1. Okay, and even if you want to be a scalper, you have to master the higher time frame first, and then after that you will drop lower to understand the lower time frame. Okay, so we have a new hourly open right here, and I'm about to close the stream. That's a new hourly open. Top information on the screen now. I don't like that. So that's a new hourly open. I will just put some alert. I'm gonna put an alert right here. Je nous connais déjà. Market là toujours voulait pousser les m'pas dans stream pour prendre target yo. So m'a quitter stream là pour market en calme pour target là. Eventually. All right. So yeah. Well, I still see price tick. I want to see price tick 24,811.75 first before any reversal. Okay, if we just reverse right here, I will not paying attention to any long right now. If we just reverse right here, okay. But now this is the thing. Remember in the breakdown, I said if we close bearish, okay, if today is a bearish day, we're gonna have to really pay attention to what's gonna happen tomorrow, because the cycle we thought that started right here might be already over, and then the market might just keep dropping lower, and tomorrow we might just have a price moving to the upside inside of a premium and to keep dropping lower. All right, so that's my point of view, and the market is very close to my target. I don't have plan to take any longs right now. Okay, so market might just retrace inside of any concept, or retrace inside of this imbalance while manipulate this high to drop lower again. Okay, we are too close for this target too long. That's my point of view. We are too close to this target too long right now. Okay, so that will be it for today. Hopefully you understand, hopefully you learn from the session, and see you tomorrow. And well, congratulations to Sarah and anybody that took the short during the London session. All right, see you tomorrow for another session. Ciao.